Offer some yoga to you guys and start with a little bit of breath work today. And so if you're at home, quarantine, not really doing very much of anything, if you've kind of been stuck in the cycle of, I wonder if hi guys, I think it's working, we'll see. And if you're kind of been stuck and haven't really been moving energy, this will be really nice, really simple and easy flow and way to move energy. And so I really want to start with a breathing exercise. It's called the Breath of Joy. And super easy, and even if you don't stick around for the entire yoga practice, you can always watch it later. But yeah, it's super easy breathwork practice. So basically, I just want you to stand up. And this breathwork, this practice is 3 in breaths and an out breath. So you'll breathe in through your nose, you'll breathe in, and then exhale. So kind of stand with your feet hips width distance apart. Bring a little bit of a bend to your knees. And like I said, it's in, and then all the way out as you lean over. And so here you can kind of like gather your energy, and then exhale everything you don't need out. We'll do 9 rounds, and then we'll do 9 sets, and then we'll see what happens. So I just want you to take a moment, find your wide-legged stance, a little bit of a bend into the knees, and just take inventory about how you're feeling right now, what's coming up, what's going on. And then we'll start with our breath of joy. In, out. In, out. In, out. Three more. Last 2. In. Last 1. And then come up. You can close your eyes, ground into the outer edges of your feet, and just notice how you feel even after just doing 9 breaths. And so then the next round we'll do is 6 breaths. Okay, so same exact thing, and we'll do 6 breaths. So get ready, bend into the knees, inhale. Three more. 2. Last 1. And then just stand. Notice how you feel. Maybe notice a smile starting to creep over your face as the breath begins to move the energy in your body, move the stagnant energy, move the heavy energy, and make it a little bit lighter. And so we'll do 1 last round, and this round will only be 3 breaths. Okay, so give it everything you got. Nice to bend into the knees, ground, and go for it. Inhale. Let it all out. Shake it out, come back to center. And so I just want you to notice how that makes you feel. That's shifted anything inside of you. And that's a really nice tool to have in your tool belt. It's super easy, really simple, and it can shift your entire vibration. So from here, I want to offer a little bit of movement, trying to lighten the mood a bit, trying to lean into receiving whatever it is that this massive shift has to offer us. And so we'll do a couple of really easy, soft poses, just something to get your blood flowing a bit and to move a little bit of your energy. So I invite you to bring your left hand to your heart center and maybe your right hand over it. I invite you to close your eyes, begin to soften into your shoulders, into your neck, into your jaw and your mouth. See if you can tune into the beating of your own heart. Notice if you're leaning forward into the future or hanging back into the past. See if you can bring your spine too straight from the base of your tailbone through the crown of your head. Bow to yourself. Give yourself a little bit of gratitude for taking these 20 minutes to take care of yourself. And we'll set the space to the sound of Om, the vibration of the universe, of creation, of everything that there is. So you rub your hands together, take an inhale, and then exhale, let all of your air out. Halfway inhale, pause, and Om. Let the vibration of that sound resonate through every cell in your entire being. From here, bring your hands to your knees and begin to make circles clockwise with your chest. So bring your chest forward, round through the spine, compressing into the belly. And as you inhale, forward, exhale, back. Begin to match your movements to your breath. Begin to notice how your breath can move you. Beginning to move this stagnant energy in the lower chakras, the chakras that make us feel safe and connected to each other in the earth, that hold our creative, sexual willpower, and that help us to digest the life and our experiences here on this planet, as well as our food. And then stop back at center and switch directions. Pulling the belly in with your exhale, chest forward, spine towards the back. Make it a bit of a fluid movement. If you find anywhere that's particularly tight, maybe you stop and breathe into that space. Inhale as you move back up through center. And then exhale. You're going to come onto all fours, so bring your hands down to the mat. We'll do some more spinal movements. So hands down, shoulders, elbows over wrists. Spread your fingertips wide and have your toes untucked. Inhale as you drop your belly and lift the chin to the sky. Exhale as you round through the spine, round through the shoulders, pull the belly in, chin to the chest. Inhale as you move, chest to the floor, chin to the sky. Exhale as you pull the belly in, press and round, press the floor away, really pull the center. Inhale as you move. Exhale to cat. Inhale, last time. Exhale as you round. And I want you to stop in the center. Inhale, draw the right arm up to the sky. And then exhale as you weave your right arm underneath your left, coming onto your shoulder really gently, bending into the left elbow, putting your right ear onto the mat. And so here with your ear on the mat and your shoulder, begin to breathe into your right side of your neck, all the way down to the shoulder. With an inhale, draw the fingertips back up to the sky. And with an exhale, press the right hand back down to the mat. Move through one cat-cow, dropping the belly, lifting the chin. Exhaling, rounding the spine. And then coming back to the center. Inhale, left arm up to the sky. Thread the needle, left arm underneath the right. Bending the right elbow, ear finding the floor. And again, breathing into your throat. Seeing if you can soften the spaces that feel tight or tense. Last breath as you inhale through your nose, exhale out of the nose. And then inhale, unthread the needle. Inhale, left arm up to the sky. Left hand comes back down to the mat. Inhale, chest drops, chin rises. Exhale, cat pose, spine to the sky. Find a neutral spine, and then I want you to tuck your toes underneath. So spread the toes out underneath you, and then you're gonna sit your seat to your heels. And so here we have energetic meridian points in the bottoms of our feet that correlate to all of the major organs and systems in our entire body. And so opening up the bottoms of your feet and breathing into the bottoms of your feet encourages your entire system to start to open. So here you're gonna inhale, exhale. If you start to face a little bit of discomfort, see if you can breathe through it as opposed to moving. And then inhale, lift the arms up to the sky. Exhale, right fingertips come down to the floor. Keep your hips squared on the heels and just reach the left arm up and over. Think about pressing your heart and your chest to the sky. Fingertips track towards the opposite side of your hips. Keeping the hips square and grounded. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, find a little bit of length through the crown, through the fingertips, and then exhale, left fingertips down, right fingertips up and over. Belly still in, kind of strong. You're gonna press the heart to the sky. Inhale, reach and lift. Exhale, bend into the elbows. See if you can keep the hips square. Again, breathing, inhale, exhale. Last breath. Inhale, come back up through center, reach the arms long. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. Untuck your toes and tap out the tops of your feet. Notice the blood flowing back into the tops of your feet. Once you're finished tapping, I want you to dig your toes underneath, bend into your knees, sit your seat back to your feet, and then gently begin to lift the seat up. You can keep your knees bent if you're not very warm, that's okay. We're coming into a downward facing dog, letting your crown go low and your hips go high. And so here you can really spread the fingertips wide, let all points of contact into the mat. You're gonna pull the belly in, shift the hips back. You can keep it bent to the knees, no problem, and start to move. And just want you to notice where you're holding any tension in your back of your legs, your hamstrings, your hips. If you need to move side to side a little bit. And then take your hands, stop in the center, and walk the hands towards the feet. Bend into the knees, let the bellies rest onto the thighs. Inhale, half lift, look up a little bit. Exhale as you let the crown of your head draw towards the floor. Really let anything that you don't need drop out the top of your head back to the earth. Deep inhale, fill your belly. Deep exhale, find a little bit more depth. And then inhale, walk the fingertips up the legs, keep the knees bent. Come up to stand, hands down by the sides, shoulders melt, and just notice how you feel. And so from here, bring your feet together to touch. Outer edges of the feet grounded into the mat. Inhale, arms up over the head. Exhale, you can bend the knees on the way down, forward fold one more time. Let the head drop. Inhale, fingertips find the floor, half lift, lift your chin, flatten your back. Exhale as you fold. Inhale as you begin to walk the hands back out to find a plank position. So in plank, you want your shoulders over your wrists and your heels over your toes. Pull your belly in, round through the shoulders. And here we'll do a little bit of core. Inhale, exhale, right knee taps to the mat. And then lift the right knee up, left knee down. Left knee up, right knee down. If you can't do this, then just stay in plank on your knees, no problem. Keep tapping. We have 2 more. 3, 2. Good, last one. Tap, tap, come back into plank. Now bring both knees to the mat. Bring your hands a little bit closer to you. Bend your elbows. You're going to bring your chest and your chin to the floor. So your butt's up in the air and your chest and your chin are on the floor. And here I want you to hold and breathe into your throat. And then once you're finished breathing into your throat space, I want you to slither your body out, come to lying on the mat, reaching the arms in front of you, the legs are extended behind you. Take an inhale, exhale. I want you to drag your elbows towards you and find a little Sphinx pose. So shoulders over the elbows, in line with the wrists. Shoulders melt, belly's on the floor. You're breathing into your belly using your nose. Let the crown of your head track towards the sky. Keep a nice neutral spine. Exhale as you extend the arms out in front of you. Let your cheek rest on the mat. Take a breath. Pull your belly in. Walk the hands back towards you. Shoulders under wrists. Dig your toes, see if you can push up through a plank position. If not, you can stay on your knees to a plank. And then push back into your downward facing dog. In your down dog, press your heart towards your thighs. So think about butt up to the sky, heart towards the thighs. Inhale, reach the right leg up. Exhale, right knee into the chest. And then the right foot comes in between the hands. You stay up on your back toes. So knee over ankle in the front, hands come to hips. Here we are in high crescent lunge. If you feel comfortable here, you can swing the arms up to the sky. Take an inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, maybe sit a little bit lower into the hips. Inhale, reach. Exhale, twist. Right arm back, left arm forward. So you're twisting to the right. Again, you hold, pull the belly in, grow tall through the crown of your head. Inhale, come back up through center. Exhale, hands come down. And I want you to switch legs. Maybe you jump or maybe you just switch. So left knee over left ankle now. Right toes over heel, belly is in, hands to hips. And then maybe up to the sky. Try to keep your hips square to the front of your mat. High crescent lunge. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, left arm back, right arm forward. Now you're twisting to the left. See if you can pull the belly in, keep yourself grounded and centered. Inhale, come back up through center. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. Left leg comes back into a plank. You can do a chaturanga push-up or you can come to your knees, chest and chin. Inhale, move through a baby cobra or upward facing dog. Baby cobra, the tops of your feet are on the mat. Elbows squeeze, crown of the head reaches towards the sky. Exhale, dig your toes, press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts up to the sky. Right knee bends. You're going to open up into your right hip. Try to keep your shoulders square, opening up into the hip and into the side body as you send your breath to your right side. If If you need to take a little bit of movement, feel free. And then square the hips back off. Knee comes into the chest. Rock the weight forward. Try to really lightly land the right foot in between your hands. Good. Bring the right knee to the left knee to the floor. Flatten out the left foot. You want your knee over your ankle in the front, and you're going to drop your hips. And so that might mean that you have to scoot your left foot back. Drop your hips low. Maybe you take one hand, then the other to the knee. If you want a little bit more, you're welcome to bring the back leg up and maybe reach back for it. Keep breathing here. Bring the hands back to center. Return the foot to the floor. Inhale, lift the hips up and back. Flex the right toes towards the face. Shimmy the right foot out away from you. Keep a nice long flat spine here. Toes flexed towards your face, and your hip, knee, and ankle are in one line. Inhale, grow long. Exhale, press the heart towards where your foot meets your leg, so right at the ankle. Keeping a heart lifted, keeping the neck soft. Breathe into your hamstring, inhale. Exhale, heart to the floor, maybe a little bit more. Inhale as you slowly back out of it. You can bring the right foot to the floor. I want you to pivot to the left. Bring the hands, pivot to the left, turning all the way around, and then coming into downward facing dog, facing the other way. Changing your perspective. Hi guys. Inhale, left leg comes up to the sky. Left knee bends into the chest, and then and then left knee reaches up to the sky, and then open up through the left hip. Bend into the left knee. Maybe make some circles with the knee or move it around a bit. If there's any sticky spots, maybe take a moment to breathe. Keep your shoulders square. Keep your heart pressing towards your thighs. And then slowly close off the left knee. Bring the left knee into the chest. Really lightly land the left foot in between the hands. Right knee comes to the floor. Right foot flattens. And then you're going to drop your hips low. So my hips are low, my back leg is straight, my knee over ankle in the front. And then you can bring both hands if you feel comfortable. Shoulders melt. Maybe smile. I don't know what everyone's writing on there. If you want a little bit more, you're welcome to lift the back leg. Maybe reach back and grab for it. Slowly let the right leg come down, come back through center, and then bring the fingertips to the floor as you shift your hips back as you pop the right toes up to your face, or the left toes up to your face, rather. 2 hips square. Inhale, straighten up. Find some space. Exhale, press the heart towards the ankle. You want everything in line on the left side, hip, knee, and ankle. You want to inhale, find space. Exhale through the nose. And as you exhale and you empty, you find a little bit more depth. And inhale as you come back up through center. Exhale as you lean into the left foot, bend into the left knee. You're going to come again to the side of your mat and then to the side. Push back, downward facing dog. Walk the feet towards the hands, however you can. Feet are together or hips width distance, whatever's more comfortable for you. Sit your seat low, sweep the arms high. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Inhale, reach and lift. Exhale, hands come through center in prayer. Inhale. Exhale, sit a little lower. Inhale. Exhale, sit a little lower. Good, and then left elbow on right knee. See if you can pull the belly in. Breathe into the stomach. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, right elbow, the left knee, twist to the other side. And then inhale, come back through center. Slowly ascend down to the mats until you're in a squatting position. I want you to open your feet until you're in yogi squat. So heels down if you can. If not, if that's inaccessible, to get your heels down and your butt all the way down, you can come halfway up with the hips and just go as far as comfortable. And so here, take your elbows, maybe if you want a little more. Elbows into the inner thighs, hands together in prayer, and tune back in. How are you feeling now? As you slowly work your way from your squatting yogi, you can gently come forward. See if you can roll onto the knees. And then come up. So you're coming up onto the knees, hips over knees. Bring your hands to your back, lower back, like you're in your back pocket. Elbows are squeezing. Do a minor camel here. You can go back just a little bit and you're still accomplishing a whole lot. So inhale, lift the heart and chest to the sky. Exhale, find a little bit of depth. Open up through the heart. Send some love out to the entire world, to the people that need it the most. Inhale, come back up through center. Exhale, and sit your seat to your feet. And I just want you to notice what that does to your vibration. A second time for camel, come back up to the knees. Your knees should be hips width distance apart, so hips over knees. You're going to take your hands into your back pockets, elbows squeeze behind you. Inhale, lift through the heart and the chest, and exhale as you find a little bit of depth. If you can, grab your heels, feel free. Send out some love from your heart space. Send some love to yourself. Continue to breathe. Inhale, hands to hips, come back up. Sit your seat back to your feet and just notice. As you come to sit on your sit bones, left leg can be in, right leg is gonna come up and over. If this is too much, you can extend your bottom leg to be straight. Right arm comes behind you. Inhale, reach and lift with the left elbow on right knee. Keep a nice straight spine. Lead with your shoulder and your heart and your chin. Take an inhale, find space. Exhale, find depth. Inhale, come back up through center. Switch your legs. Right leg under, left leg up and over, either bent or you can extend. Left arm comes behind you, right arm reaches up, right elbow hooks on your left knee. Pull your belly in, grow tall through the crown of your head. Nice deep inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, lead with the shoulder, the chin, squeeze through the belly. And inhale, come back up through center. Extend the legs long, shake them out. Shake up the hands, the neck. And then slowly roll down one vertebrae at a time. Find a quick resting position. Arms can be out as wide as you need. Legs can be out as wide as you need. Let your shoulders melt into the mat. Let your breath begin to slow. Unpeel the tongue off the roof of your mouth, your jaw, the crown of your head. And just sit with yourself here.
feel free to stay in your Savasana for as long as you'd like. Thank you guys so much for being here, for showing up, for keeping it cool and calm and collected. I really, really hope that this reaches you well. And yeah, I'll definitely be doing it every day. I'm going to decide on something a little bit more structured. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. And we will see you soon. Much love. Namaste.